guys, welcome back to Diegesis. My name is Maple.
And I'm Arianna.
And today we are watching Breaking Bad. We're on season 3, episode 3. Like, Walter's crazy, but like, he's not as crazy as Gus.
No, Gus is wild. I thought he was dead.
Cuidado, señor.
Hay dos clases de hombre en este mundo. Los que toman y los que sirven. Cállate y llena mi
I'm just
copa.
gonna show us how they get him and put his head on a turtle.
¿Pueden aprender algo?
Uh-oh, fedora lore.
Bebé, ¿qué te trae este culo de burro pueblo?
¿No tienes que entregar algo? Vas a llegar tarde, ¿no?
Hay mucho tiempo. Tortuga, comienza despacio, pero siempre.
Termina primero. Me encanta cómo hablas, Tortuga.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Oh,
Salen de tu boca rapidito.
he's
Fluyen como
too
una cascada.
calm. I don't trust this man. He is too
Qué
calm.
estúpido. ¿Sabes? Se me olvidó tu cumpleaños el mes pasado. Me siento tan feo que vine hasta acá. Hasta este pueblo culo de burro a traerte un regalo.
I'm so scared.
Lo tengo ahí atrás. Sí.
If it feels
I know
off,
people
don't-
in true crime talk about that all the time where they like feel, you know,
Yeah, like
they feel something's about to happen or be wrong.
yeah.
¿En serio? ¿Te gusta?
Like I feel like this man has never spoken to you like this ever.
Padre,
Like
mascota.
Te la voy a dedicar. Te la firmo para el gran filósofo.
Oh, and of course it's the twins. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Ah, whoa.
hot damn. That's an opening. That's an opening right there.
This pizza's so funny. Also, congrats to him for getting it on the first try. Apparently, when they filmed that.
Right.
I would have been
He's still
fighting for my
breathing.
life.
Well, by the looks of him, he has no idea how close he came.
Like your baby is like still pretty much an infant. You probably don't have to listen to that in the car right now. I'm not saying blast gangster rap, but
Walt, are you in the house?
Oh, hey, Skylar. Yeah, it's me.
Get out of there.
Well, it's my house too, Skylar.
No.
I'm staying.
Well-
End of story.
We had an agreement.
I didn't agree to anything.
Oh my god, she's like
Look, just come on
trapped.
inside and we'll talk.
And
this
he's
okay?
just
No,
insane.
There's nothing to talk about.
Suit yourself.
Walt. Walt?
Skylar, the ball is kind of in your court. Like, she just needs to, like, you know, like.
What is wrong with you?
I have every right to be here.
No, you don't live here anymore. We're getting a divorce.
I don't agree to a divorce.
Well, it's not up to you. If you don't get out of here right now, I'm going to call the police and I'm going to tell them everything. I mean it.
There's the phone.
Albuquerque Police Department, operator number 314, how may I help you?
Yes, I want to report a disturbance, please. It's a domestic issue. They're connecting me. Right hand to God, I will tell them.
Do what you have to do, Skylar.
Yes, my name is Skylar White. I need police assistance at my home right away. My soon-to-be ex-husband broke into my house, and I need an officer to come and remove him.
So awkward. Yes.
Dad's here?
Great. He's home.
Dad!
Son.
Why are you home so soon?
I'm not.
I am starving. How about a grilled cheese?
Yeah, sure.
You want one too?
Walter, your dad and I have something we need to discuss.
Can't wait. I haven't seen Dad in like forever.
I just like.
Hello, ma'am. We were called about a disturbance.
It's more of a trespassing situation, really.
You called the cops on Dad?
I came home from work and he was back. He just moved back into the house, and I asked him to leave, but he won't listen.
There's a couple of questions I need to ask you right off the bat. It's very important that you answer them honestly. Did he strike you?
No.
Has he ever hit you?
No, this is not about violence. This is about trespassing, about him being here against my will.
You're divorced then?
No, working on it. Well, there's not a court order, if that's what you mean, but we've been living apart for almost 2 weeks, give or take. I changed the locks. Isn't that
Whose name is on the title to the house?
both of us? It's jointly owned.
We can't arrest a man for breaking into his own house. Not without a court order requiring he stays away from the premises.
I got her, honey.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That was it.
Too bad, like, she doesn't know that he's also a murderer.
Yeah. That
Because
probably
it
would be the
just
piece that
adds,
sends her
like,
over the edge.
A sinister
Yeah.
touch to it that's like.
But probably
he's just like.
I haven't been the most attentive.
I'm gonna level with you, ma'am. If you want your husband out of the house, you're gonna have to help me out. Is it possible maybe he's broken any laws? Anything at all? Anything that we can work
He
with?
cooks meth.
Even if you just got a suspicion of wrongdoing.
It's my mom's fault. She won't even say what my dad did, and it's because he didn't do anything. I don't know why she's being this way. My dad, he is a great guy.
Oh, that's what's going to trigger it.
It's Mom's fault.
Girl, I think at this point, she should just leave. Just go
No.
swindle the money laundering CEO that you work for.
If you feel like things are getting out of control, you should call this number. Really look into some counseling.
Ew, I don't know. I just would be like sick being around him. I'd be like, you just need to like.
Why you gotta do
Oh,
this
this
to
would
Dad?
be so hard.
Wait, come on.
Sorry? Sorry? Be like, get your murderous meth hands off my baby. I would not let that man rest. There would be no peace for him. Like, there would literally be no peace. I'd be like, oh, we're going to do this. Okay. Every morning, I feel like he wakes up, I would be like subliminally whispering how awful of a person he is while he's sleeping.
Well, she only knows the cooking of the drugs part, too.
I
So,
mean-
and that was enough to make her, like, want a divorce and get out and everything else. You know what I mean? Like, she was asking for a divorce originally over pot. She thought he was selling pot.
I don't know. It would just like drive me insane to be trapped in a relationship like that.
Don't look so glad to see me. Realize how stupid it is to ignore your counsel's phone calls. I mean, what if I was trying to warn you that the DEA was going to kick down your door? What then? Remember the other day when I brought up the idea of you getting back in touch with your partner?
Sure, man, whatever.
Okay, whatever what? I mean, you gonna call him?
I said I'll handle it. Now balance, will you? Please?
That'll be interesting. And like the thing is like Walter doesn't know how much danger like they're actually in in general because of those twins and just like what is going on. And two, it is like it's like but Skylar also just like is not emotionally developed enough in a way that she can successfully like remove herself from the situation.
Oh yeah.
Hey, if you're trying to sell me something, I've got 4 little words for you. Do not call this.
Oh.
I'll tell you the most painful part of that is when the calls don't connect anymore.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what's up? That's great news, sir. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, thanks again, sir. I really appreciate you stepping to the plate. Thank you.
His little laughs are so like.
Called in a couple of favors. El Paso wants me back.
Does he want that?
I didn't think he did. Oh.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Have you ever played bingo?
Not at like a bingo hall. I want you so bad.
You of all people
I
need to
know.
go to the bingo hall and just like take it all in because those women there, they go bananas. Like it's It is wackadoodle hour in there. Why?
Hello?
Whoa, I don't like that. What the heck?
Well, that was a hard left. What is happening? Did they just like steal her van because they needed to?
Yeah, maybe they're stealing her van and her wheelchair for their for Tio. Because didn't they get
110%. You're so right. Yeah, you're so right. Yep.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Oh, they didn't steal her.
Well, that was nice of them.
Yeah. Probably not enough time to move and reattach his bell. That thing is so bent. His little bell dinger.
Oh. Okay, he looks a little concerned. Does he? Does he look concerned? I don't know. I just don't understand this whole situation right now.
Es tu territorio y tenías el
Like
derecho
he is
de decir
ready
la
to
orden, pero
ding that bell.
no había razón por creer que ese hombre era pendiente tuyo.
Que siempre y conduce negocios con ciertos proveedores.
Este Heisenberg, Walter White, era uno de los proveedores locales de Tuco.
Tuco is also a psycho.
No, Tuco. La sangre se paga con sangre.
No tengo ningún problema con sus dehesas. Presentemente estoy involucrado con este señor. Cuando nuestros negocios se terminen, no me importará.
Knew it. Knew it was going to be driving way to get him back to cooking.
Lo necesito vivo.
Ooh. Don is angry.
Just take it away from him. Just take the bell away.
That was him shouting.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yo no te digo cómo freír tus pollos, Gustavo. Así que no debes meterte en la política de mi organización.
¿Acaso no manejo mi propio territorio?
Pero te recomiendo que termines tu negocio con este hombre rápidamente. Arriesgas perder el apoyo del cartel. Eso sería imprudente.
Over Tuco. Like, over Tuco is just, that's just sending
No puedo
me.
garantizar que pongan atención.
I cannot guarantee they will listen.
Ellos...
Because that whole family line is insane. The whole family line is insane. That's what it comes down to. Genetics, baby! They are unhinged.
See, but the thing is like, they're both businessmen, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's what he said. He's like, they are not the same. Like, they are not like us.
Hey, if you're trying to sell me something, I've got 4 little words for you. Do not call list. However,
I wonder if Walt ever, like, tells Jesse. Because that's going to be some...
I mean, it's on the new, like, if he looks it up at all, like, who that guy was in relation to Jane, it's all over.
Oh, he knows already.
I know, but what do you mean? Like, oh, tell him about him being in the room?
Yeah.
No, Walt sucks. He's not going to do that.
Like, girl, you were already being risky smoking in the house. Like, that doesn't
I know,
go,
my
that,
dad used to smoke in the house.
like,
That does
that's
not
not-
work.
that
Like,
does
trying
not
to blow it
go
out the
away.
window
Yeah.
does not work. Like, Mama's got you and I smell like a Newport.
Skylar, want some help?
Get your whitey-tighties out of here, man. Get your bald yet hairy body out of my hallway. He's like Winnie the Poohing it.
He is definitely Winnie the Poohing it.
Yeah, piss in the sink, shit in the trash can. Go
What
ahead,
do you mean?
Walt.
Against your will?
Yes. Very much against my will.
Skylar, I can't advise you properly if you don't give me all the facts.
Do you think she'll tell her lawyer?
I don't know. I just, like, how mad is she?
Ooh, everything is a secret.
Unless you authorize me to.
Right. That is true.
Even if it's something illegal.
I'm your lawyer, not the police. My job is to protect you.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
My husband makes meth.
Your husband's a drug dealer.
A manufacturer. Technically, they call them cooks. I looked it up on the internet.
This
sorry,
is my
it's not
advice, and you should take it. Sue your husband for divorce immediately. Let me go to the police and tell them what you just told me. This is a no-brainer. It's the best thing for you and your family.
If you're so mad that you want a divorce that he does this, why can't you do it, though? That's my whole piece. Like, you just want to...
I don't want my son to find
At least
out
she's not
that his
vengeful,
father is
you
a
know?
criminal. I can't do
Like,
that.
Skylar's really, like, in the grand scheme of
may not
things,
be
that's
up to
not
you.
that bad. Like, she really was a little too ride or die for him right now.
I can't see why I should lay all this on my family when things may...
Like he may die. I get that. Like she wants her children to have a happy memory of their father. I get that. Why do I want those nachos?
Oh no, I don't. That looks gross.
What are we doing in this? This is the kind of place you get knifed. You should went to Chili's, man. Back steakhouse.
Also live out back, not gonna lie.
Hey, Jack going on up here. It's quiet as hell. Head.
You're not telling him why he's there, and I feel like he's about to give away y'all's cover.
God, this is the worst bathroom ever. Everything in this episode is not good.
I feel like this is definitely gonna trigger a panic attack. Like,
the music is like.
I just feel for him, man. Panic attacks are not fun.
And they all got blown up.
I think they're home.
Man, in this place, the bartender's probably holding.
Right. Oh, what you doing?
Calling APD. What do you think?
Since when can't we handle a couple of dirt balls?
Oh man, courtesy call.
Screw it. It's your turn to pay.
He's like almost like itching. Like this is like kind of like when Walt gets aggro with him. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, like what is he wanting to do?
Improperly emoting.
Itching to bust some crime.
Yeah, like that'll make him feel better or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or I think he's scared. So maybe it's just like that piece where
like
it's
he needs to like big dog somebody or something.
Or revenge or like just misplace
fear. He's got misplaced fear.
That's
like
what it is.
Ultimately what it is fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, he's like going in without his gun.
Just get yourself some Flomax.
Why would you do it without? This is the worst place to not have your gun, it feels like.
I think he is. He's just itching for a fight.
Standing.
Oh, God. Men are so weird. Like, why? My God.
DA, don't move.
That was a full blown. He realized like that got way too messy, way too fast. Like I gotta cover this back up now.
I just don't feel like a bar fight is like.
I have a lot of rage sometimes, but batting cages, kickboxing.
I just cry in my bed.
If that helps.
And then sometimes I scream out my window.
I really want to go out into the woods and just scream. I
Just,
really
no,
do. But
don't even go into the woods. Just go down. Just drive down the road, roll down your window, and you'll pass in 2 seconds. Somebody might be like, "What was that?" And then they'll move on with their life.
That's fair.
4985 in area code 505 is no longer.
Oh no! What are the odds he gets through and then immediately can't? Oh, I want to give him a hug. And probably an SSRI. He's so depressed. Good for him for not using, though, for being as depressed as he is.
Skylar, can we talk?
He's just so weird. Like, he's like so calculated, like in the ickiest way.
Yeah.
It's like you're just going to put a duffel bag of money on the ground.
Do you think he started to fight actually to get out of going down?
I went outside to call it in.
Back to El Paso?
Keep an eye on the suspects. That's when they attacked you. What I didn't tell them is that you left your gun under the seat before you went back inside.
Or was he looking for like a death wish, Like, was he trying to get himself hurt?
Yeah, so he didn't have to go.
Yeah.
Without, like, manning up and being like, I don't want to go,
Terrible thing. That is health insurance for you and the kids. For Junior's physical therapy, his SAT tutor, for birthdays and graduation parties.
Pilates.
And if that money is for this roof over your head, the mortgage that you are not going to be able to afford on a part-time bookkeeper's salary when I'm gone.
Walt,
Please. Please. I earned it. The things I've done to earn it, I've had to do.
Oh, is he about to come fully clean?
I've got to live with them.
With them.
She's going to say she doesn't want the blood money.
Skylar, all the sacrifices that I have made for this family will be for nothing if you don't accept what I've earned.
It's true, though.
I know, because that's it. That I get, like,
You get home from work.
he annoys me, but I mean, I'm not, like, blind to what he's doing. Like,
I mean, I could get behind his original reasoning for the pieces, you know what I mean? But then
I just think,
it's
like,
just,
some
there's
of
so
the-
many things he's done aside that I'm just like, you didn't have to do that, you know?
yeah, I think, like, there are a few things he does that just kind of, like, makes you lose him along the way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like, where do you go from doing something out of a necessity to something because you want to just being a bad person?
yeah, like, fighting with Hank, like, he didn't have to be an ass at the pool party thing.
He teeters into that zone where I'm like, oh, I really wish she didn't do that. What's she gonna? She gonna go like grab his ass? I'm so everyone's not emoting properly this episode, so I just like trust nothing.
What is she gonna do?
I can't. Why is this making me more anxious than the fight scene? I knew it. This is unhinged.
This is what I'm saying though. It's like they're both just equally like
what's her face?
Hey, some coffee? Sport's looking real good. I like the looks.
Good. You want to go to your office?
Not shushing you. I'm like, what?
Oh, to your house. To your house. Look at him. He's.
Oh, Skylar's a savage. She's gonna come in and tell him like right now. Like,
Oh my
okay,
God,
but this
'cause
is my
it's
thing.
late. It's late AF, and Walter's gonna be like on the couch, like, "Where have you been? Where were you?" He's gonna freak out. Well, how was it? I guess, right?
Do you feel guilt?
Like, yeah, like, how are you feeling? Like
Like she
what?
doesn't look like she feels guilt. I can't read her.
I
in
don't
this
know.
moment.
This is a mess. This whole thing.
This episode's messy as AF.
She had her baby with her?
Oh. Hey, Lewis.
Yo,
Hey,
or
I'm
maybe
good.
she picked him up. She picked her up from daycare or something.
Sure.
Do not like how he cut those tomatoes.
No, that part I'm not a
That
fan
is
of,
a
but-
crime.
Yeah.
Walter is a cook, but he is not a cook.
Excellent.
I cannot. That is malice in her face, yo.
That's what I was like. She's gonna be. That's why I made the joke about like whispering.
Oh, look at her. Look at her.
She looks like she's gonna kill him.
She literally like.
You're ready then.
What if they did that? What if they turned it into like a snapped direction, where like they end up like battling it out in the end?
What you think?
Like she just stabs him right now.
Yeah, like and then she like murders him and goes to jail or something crazy.
Yo,
So like
stop.
Breaking Bad was actually about like Skylar becoming like.
Oh, look at this lighting, bro.
She hasn't said a word.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh no.
Savage.
No. Oh my God.
Lewis? Yes, please.
Over the pot roast.
I want you both to eat your salad, okay?
Oh. Yes, you're so right. It's
So she did it?
It's exactly.
So she
like
would give
True
him the
Detective.
would give him the divorce. Yeah.
Oh my God. And then she has like a conversation about salad. Dude. Oh my gosh.
That looked him dead in the eye.
Come here.
Like with that
I know.
face.
I'm okay, Tubby.
She's concerned about our dramatic response.
I know. She's like, it's all right.
Are you stressed out, mamas?
You want to say something? Don't lick it. Don't do that. Tubby, just get down. We got to discuss what we just saw. Sit. Yes.
Yes, good
girl. Good.
She's so cute.
Tommy. Just good girl. Say, Tommy's like, don't do that. You have to be sweet. You don't need to be petty, and you don't need to be nasty. You just need to love yourself and love others. And wife goes on. And that's the twoof.
And that's the twoof.
And that's the twoof. From the woof.
From the woof. Yeah. There
Yeah.
were so many moving pieces in this. The twins and Don Salamanca. Pissed. Like that was getting, that whole situation was ugly. But
That's
but
bad.
now we can tell like you know, now we know more about what was going on. So they're working kind of like in unison. Like they're kind of like they're in some type of partnership together. It's not really fully explained, but it feels very much as though the cartel still has the upper hand though.
Right.
Over homie. So that was crazy. But the twins, like the cartel leader or boss person in that piece was still like, they are not.
I know the guy, not the cartel guy that came in with the twins, the other guy. I still do not know.
I
his
cannot
name.
remember his name to save my life.
But
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you're so right. Okay. Like Gustavo to me is a hard read. Like
he is.
I can't tell because like even though like I just feel like the people we've seen have just been so unhinged, and he's not talking as much as this other guy is.
Yeah,
like,
he's very calm.
Doesn't say a lot.
He doesn't show his hand at all. Versus like the
And
way that homie was talking to Tortuga, like you knew homie was going, something was going off. It was too like, you know.
He like Gustavo makes me think of like when it's like you don't know who. You know what I mean? Like, it's
like you're never gonna see.
Like he is. I feel like. What if he's worse than the twins?
He may be because he's just so like because he's also coming at everything as
like
a way to
like
protect
a chess player.
Exactly, to protect his business. You know what I mean? To not get caught. Like he's doing exactly like you said. Like the chess. Like he's moving so strategically, constantly that once he finds you a hindrance to his end goal, I feel like you just don't even know that you're gone. Like you're dead. Like before you even have a slight idea that something has gone wrong.
Because also for him, it's like he could be revealing too at that moment. Like maybe he wants to keep Walter alive because he needs an opportunity to like weasel his way further into like the politics side and like the DEA because he was even there and like he saw that they're connected. So like he might have like an entire separate plan.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know where that's going, but he feels in terms of his character way too like
Like,
no, I'm like
you know he's planning something. Like he is sly as a fox.
So there's that, and I feel bad for Jesse. What we see him getting ready to cook again. So
I wonder if that's just for more of a life purpose thing.
Well, I think it's we're still coasting on his final big line of saying, like, I accepted who I am. Like I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, so and him saying like he's not gonna smoke again, which we haven't seen him do that. So, I don't know if they drop that for him like as a character, like he truly won't be doing drugs anymore. But I guess we'll see if he cooks and I don't know. Other than that, sorry I was being spicy, guys.
The spicy. Okay, let's talk about spicy.
I know everybody's like,
let's revert back to spicy. Skylar, ma'am.
Like, why? Just walk away. Like, even if you don't go with what
I understand why she's saying it. Like, I do get it. Like, I understand she doesn't want to throw him under the bus. I understand that she doesn't want to, ruin Walt's good name to his kids if he doesn't have a ton of time with them, and she really wants it to work itself out. Like he has cancer, he may pass. Like I understand wanting to save her children that pain of losing their father and knowing he's like a drug dealer, a bad guy, a criminal. I get that. I really do. But I also, while I do think it is a thing I think she's wanted to f Ted for a while. To be quite honest, I think she's wanted to bang Ted
that's why I was
for a minute and got to do it and then use it.
But her and Walter, like they're equally like
as tragic
as the other. Like Walter just has his method and like she has her list of things. Yeah.
Method. Sorry.
Like she has her list of things. Like she's like the suburb version of
she's just
what he's doing. Like she's like
a little bit morally bankrupt.
Yeah, like I mean they like which that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
So I'm just like she's
spicy.
I know,
spicy Skylar,
and which she did. She did basically what I said. Like
how well lit that scene was.
over the pot roast,
and like over the pot roast and the shadowing on her face and everything else, like that whole the lighting situation and the dramatics of like
so uncomfortable.
The acting in that, like that piece of her face the whole time he's talking to her, she says nothing, and just like I don't know how he kept talking through it. That's there. I would have stopped talking. Like I would have stopped talking the moment I looked up and registered her face.
I think
like
he
read
thinks
the
he has
room.
like the. I think that's the thing about Walter, though. He always thinks he has the upper hand.
Like he really thought he was gonna win. Like he was gonna come out on top here.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of Ted Bundy.
Yeah,
like that vibe where he's just like gonna represent himself. I guess like he's out here doing what he thinks he does best.
I mean, he was in law school at one point. I wrote a very long paper on Ted Bundy. I am like a little trauma bonded with him. I know too much, but
like,
yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like Walt gives
For
me
sure.
like serial killer vibes sometimes, like in terms of how he like decides
how
to
he
like
snaps
move
when he
forward.
snaps?
Yeah, like how he decides to like move forward with things, and like how he always thinks like he's like in control of like all of these outcomes. And then when it doesn't go his way, he like loses his marbles.
He
Like
very much internalizes everything in the moment for the most part, I feel
Yeah.
like. And then just like absolutely snaps, like the whole tequila scene. You know what I mean? Where's another place where he loses his anger? Oh, when he tells Skylar to she leaves the voice and then he packs his shit and goes to the house. Like, you know what I mean? Like that
the
was
continued
the
like
breaking
all
point.
the arguments they had about the phone thing.
Yeah.
There's been so many things. And that's what I'm saying. It's like all of those moments where it's like, okay, like I can understand Walt like getting to the point where he's like explaining like why he was doing it. At first I was like, yeah, like that's okay, like I can see that. Like he's making bad decisions in order to like give justice to his family and make sure that they're like really, really set for life and like okay, blah blah based on. But it's like the reasons started coming out as to like why his life is the way that it is now, and like I just can't, like, based on that portion of writing, I don't know how you can bring yourself to feel bad for him.
Yeah,
like because how his relationship actually ended with Gretchen, everything he said to her again later on, like she didn't deserve that. Also, like they invited you to be like nice, and then now you're shitting on her again, like when obviously that was really painful for her. Like I just don't know. Like, and now you're shitting on your wife, even though like you want to help her so bad, but like everything you're doing like really like puts them in a very bad position. It's exactly like Saul said. Like it's like if anyone says anything or they find out anything, like everyone's done for.
Yeah,
everyone's done for. Like it, and not only that, it's like you've got two of the scariest people I've ever seen in my life hunting you.
Yeah, that piece. And that's definitely like, and I feel like, and that's like the thing where Skylar, like, honestly and truly, I do believe she has good intentions with the not wanting to turn him in. But like, girl, you don't know how your safety is right now. Because here's the thing. If they can't kill the person they want to kill, they have no qualm. Well, maybe the cartel has a code, because I know the mob used to be like no women and children.
I don't know if in the break, at least in our universe, I don't see rules. In Breaking Bad universe,
I definitely don't see rules.
Maybe. I don't think that the show will go there.
Homie's literally being like, hey, don't kill him. I have business. But what's going to stop them in the meantime? Well, I can't kill him right now because we have this business and this partnership to a degree. But you know what I can do? Take out his wife.
Well,
take
that's
out
what
his
I'm
kid.
saying. It's like
it's so the safety is.
Yeah, and like
she doesn't even know how
he
on the
doesn't,
line is.
and Walter doesn't even know.
He doesn't know yet. He's definitely gonna get found. Like 110%. Homie is going to use that as his way to get him back cooking.
Yeah,
100%.
Which oh my God, what is his name again? Gustavo. Like, he's right. He's like, yeah, like, you know what? I'm totally not against your need for, like, vengeance.
Yeah.
He's like, I just need to wrap up my business. And then even him, he's like, go on ahead. Like, do whatever you want. Like, yeah, he's like, I just need to finish my business with them, like, to the best that I can. Wrap that up and then, like, fair game. But, like, yeah, that like, only speaks to Walt. Like, that doesn't speak to Jesse. That doesn't speak to, like... You know what I mean? There's no mention of Jesse. That doesn't speak to Walter Jr., Skylar, the baby. Like, that doesn't speak to anybody else. Hank, like, his
he
wife.
knows. He's
yeah.
like, I need him right now, but if you want to go take out boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, like if
go
you
ahead.
need to slowly start enacting your
Yeah.
vengeance in other
Yeah.
areas, I don't know. It's not
Crazy.
like Barry where we get, Chechnyan bullet and it's funny.
It's really not. This is like true.
This is like actually scary.
True danger. Jeez.
Yeah.
Woof.
So, well, and then it's just funny because then they add all this like relationship drama in
Oh,
the middle
yeah.
of it. But it's like ultimately like that's what's actually going on. Like Sky, like, and that's why I'm like they're
Such a
both
blip.
just
Such a
like
blip.
I know. I'm like it's just like such like it just doesn't even like matter compared to like all the other things that are happening. So like there's no point in getting worked up over Skylar like doing whatever she feels like she needs to do to get back at Walt. And like I don't know, I still like I mean we saw the list of like most hated characters, and her character in terms of writing
3.
comes in at number 3.
I was
And like
wow.
I don't love Skylar. Like I wouldn't personally associate with Skylar, but also like
She's
it's
not
just hard when you're comparing the two. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like you have a slightly overripe peach, just kind of gross, and then you've got a moldy one that kills people. They will kill you if you bite
But
it.
in the universe of the TV show, I get.
Yeah, I know. I'm just curious to see how much farther, like how much, like how does Skylar land 3 on the list of most hated characters
and the
of
top
all time, and Walter's literally a murderer. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm just curious to see how much more worse it can get past that, because like
It
also
has to
I just
get bad,
don't-
right? Because
yeah,
I
like
feel
it
like
has
what we've
to
seen
get
so
bad
far
somewhere.
isn't the worst part. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I just feel like it could
seriously,
get bad because it's like she technically
has to get
has
bad.
somewhat of an upper hand. Like I just feel like where does it go? Like that's what I'm saying. Like right now she's just
Like,
kind
she
of like
sucks,
what she's
but-
doing is just kind of textbook. Like it's like
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna go have an affair on your husband, like, but yes, okay, he cooks, like if you're like without realizing he cooks meth, it's like,
Do you think
okay,
it's
yeah.
just kind of the first season? Because we were going in like from jump about how annoying she was.
I know,
like
but I
now
feel
it's
like
just,
over time,
they
like,
gave her
it's
more.
like-
They gave her more of an. They made her more relatable.
Well, and I feel like I'm realizing, like, I'm like, oh, like, if you find yourself, like, really hating characters, I think from, like, when you look at stuff when they're writing characters, I notice that people get the biggest rise from characters who are the most relatable. And
Yeah.
I think there should be a study done on that, because it's like either you could, I just think it feels awful. Like Skylar feels the worst because that could be someone you meet.
Yeah.
It could be you.
Right.
Or
You could have done some things that she's done. You probably haven't gone and sold cooked meth and killed a man.
Yeah, like
but you
Walter-
may have done something, like you may have been really annoying one time.
Yeah, like Walter is too niche. Like
Yeah.
he's such like a niche character. None of us really are gonna relate to him, like unless you're like absolutely off your rocker and
Yeah.
like murdering people. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like Ted Bundy. Like it's just like some crazy freaking guy that you see on the news eventually that was doing something absolutely unhinged because they're just mentally insane. Like he's not relatable. Like there's
Right.
nothing for me to relate to. At some point in time, he just becomes this like niche blob of fiction.
Right.
That
It's a lot easier to remove yourself from like what he's doing
so it's
versus
like-
what it is when Skylar is, because Skylar's doing things that are like crappy for a real person.
Yeah, so then I think you can justify Walter's actions like in his universe.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing that. Like
Yeah.
there's no like it doesn't affect you inside morally that
Yeah.
Walter as a fictional character is choosing to do these crazy things, because at that point it's just TV. But Skylar, like infidelity happening in relationships is a thing. Like having
You're so right in that piece too, because Walt, I was never completely against Walt until he did what he did to Jane.
Yeah,
that
was
because
bad.
because that's something that it's almost more rooted in reality with you know what I mean?
With
like,
a piece. Yeah. Like
not,
Jane was more of like a regular person. Like she was involved on the outcome of what he's doing that's wrong, and then he still chose to like not only
it's more
is
of
he
the piece, that bystander effect. It's the fact that he didn't do anything.
Like he might as well. It's the same as like
Yeah.
people getting upset at people, I think, like taking their phones out and filming stuff instead of helping someone.
Yeah.
When there's like a crisis situation going on.
Right.
It's like it's just icky. Like
It's just icky.
he knew she was going to
It hurts
asphyxiate and
more.
die.
Yeah, like he knew the outcome of that, and that's what. And he didn't kill her, but he didn't save her either, and that's the grosser part.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that was like when he did that, I was like, I don't know how he comes back in my brain.
Well, I
look at him a different way now completely, but it's not like.
I mean, he's the one who pushed her over.
Yeah.
And because he was messing with Jesse, so he knows that he's the reason she rolled over onto her back in the first place. And I think he knows that like that can happen when you're on certain substances, because obviously he cooks things. Like I think he knows what happens. You have to know, like that's part of
like
chemistry. Like if you ingest this or this happens, like you need to know, like when you're messing with something or like you've created a specific compound, what are the consequences if you accidentally ingest it, or if you get it in your eye, or if it mixes with something else, right?
Crap.
Like,
That's like, it's basically dare in high
Yeah.
school, you know what I mean? Like everyone
but
knows if your friend gets way too messed up, make sure to keep them on their side.
Yeah,
Like,
you do not want somebody to asphyxiate on their vomit. And like he knocked her over onto her back, and then he watched her die. Like I just think that that's weird. Like I think it's I agree with you. Like and that's where it's like, okay, like,
but him murdering that guy in the thing, it was almost like,
like
murdering. It feels like, different. It's weird. You know what I mean?
Like
well,
it's
also his
odd.
first murder, that was kind of different though too, because it felt like it was in a self-defense thing, because he didn't want to kill him.
And
then
at
he
that
found
point,
out,
he still kind of felt like he was holding on to like a bit of his morality, and again was like more of a normal person. But now we've seen him that's why I'm saying he's such like a niche, like fictional character now at this point. That's like he's not acting in ways that are like normal for most people, whereas Skylar is doing things that I think hit a little bit closer to people day to day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a lot of people might see the things that Skylar's doing, and those are things that like we as regular people are more familiar with. Like she's not doing things that are like completely absurd or extremely gory or super graphic, and like we're not even imagining, thinking of doing those things. Like she's like intentionally cheating on Walt now, even though they're married, and like yes, like they're estranged, but like to everybody else, like they wouldn't really know that. And then she's like smoking cigarettes in the house, smoking when she's pregnant. Like she's, who knows, like could be drinking a glass of wine or like doing whatever else.
And it
like,
was just
the things that like we all feel like are like probably the most simple of like do nots, right? Like don't do those.
Yeah.
But but I just
that makes sense.
But I just don't think like people like realize that it's like those are the characters that I notice as we're watching more shows get the most hate. And I think it's because it hits the closest to reality, whereas like somebody like Walter, it's absurd enough that you can't fully connect to him. Like the like you said, like I was in tears with the Jane thing because like to me that's like
that was really hard. It's really hard, because
like
it's basically that's a crime.
That's the most real crime.
It's the crime of neglect
that I've felt.
It's a crime of neglect. Like you know what I mean? Like someone that could have happened to your friend. It could have happened. It's just ugh.
Well, and I have, and I've had that happen, and then I think in those situations like. It's like obviously like I wasn't there when like I've had somebody pass from an overdose, and it's like I wasn't there or involved in that situation. Like I'm not even in the state, but like it's like then you think it's like, okay, like was somebody there?
Yeah.
Like, and if you were, like why didn't you do anything? Like why I'm like, was nobody helping? Like you just weren't, like you just let them lay there and die, like it just like, and that I don't know, and watching that on
more
screen,
human
like,
the crime is, the more it hurts.
Because in real life, that's something I've thought about, and like that eats me alive. And there's nothing I could have done, in my real life situation for this person, because like I said, like I'm thousands of miles away, but like
it does. Yeah.
But like, and too, you know, it's same as Jane with her dad. Like it's like they have to, and Jesse even going to rehab. It's like they have to, you know, you have to be able to do what you need to do for yourself. But to some degree, like if there's an opportunity to like have helped her, like, and you just let her die. I don't know.
Somebody's child.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just, and that's the thing. It's like all of these things are like very complex topics. So this show just gets like very intense. But yeah.
So many layers. So many layers to the hate and the situations. And it is. It's again though, it's like you said, it's just all very human, and that's the piece.
Yeah, I think that I've noticed that. Like the most, like when I look at comments of people like really getting riled up, I'm like, interesting. Like I think there should be a study done on that. There's something behind that. Like there totally is something behind that. Yeah, that these that only certain characters get a specific rise, because like Skylar being pulled at the third most hated character of all time, yet Walter literally murders people. Like there's something about that.
Sure.
That's crazy. Like, and I'm not saying anybody's wrong to their feelings. Like you feel how you want to feel about characters, but I'm just saying it's something to think about. It's just something that I've noticed.
It's true.
So
it is definitely a take. Thank you guys so much for watching with us, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.